The Mi Mix 2. After a long time, Xiaomi's bought a genuine flagship here to India. And in today's video, let's take a close look at everything you need to know before you buy it. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and before we start, we work really hard to bring you the best quality videos possible, so if you do actually end up liking this video, hit like, subscribe and the bell icons. If you dislike something, please let me know what I could do different in the comments below. So let's now get to the Mi Mix 2. The Mi Mix 2 retains a lot of design cues from the original, but brings about quite a few key changes, giving a few well-needed touches to Xiaomi's 2017 flagship. The display is now smaller at 5.99 inches, and the aspect ratio is now 18:9, meaning a narrower display. This makes it easier to access all four corners. Note that I said easier, when you compare it to the original Mi Mix. The ceramic back is still quite slippery and prone to fingerprints, and talking about the back, here's where we find a 12-megapixel shooter with an 18K gold ring, a dual-tone dual LED flash, a fingerprint scanner, and proud mix designed by Xiaomi markings. That said, the back is still quite prone to fingerprints and smudges. Now going back to that display, this here is a 5.99-inch IPS LCD display with a full HD plus resolution. So 2160 by 1080 pixels, that results in a pixel density of about 400 pixels per inch. That is perfectly acceptable for anything outside of VR. The display also seems bright and the colors appear natural. Above the display, we find the good old earpiece. The cantilever piezoelectric acoustic sensor that I had mixed feelings about the last time. Mixed? Get it? Anyway, the cantilever piezoelectric acoustic sensor is now been done with. The ultrasonic proximity sensor and the on-screen keys still remain, so does the front camera to the bottom. It stands out a little lesser this time. Xiaomi's also claimed to have shrunk the chin by 12%, but the reintroduction of a top bezel means the Mi Mix 2 has a lower screen-to-body ratio than the original. But that's not really a bad thing. What is a bad thing is the fact that the Mi Mix 2, just like the Mi Note 3 and the Mi 6 before it, loses the 3.5mm headphone jack. So to the bottom, we've got the speaker and a Type-C port. Xiaomi does include a Type-C to 3.5mm converter in the box. Speaking about things Xiaomi includes, there's also a case. Anyway, back to placements. They're pretty much what we've come to expect. Power and volume keys to the right, secondary noise cancelling mic up top, a dual SIM tray to the left. Sadly, no support for microSD here. Overall, I like the build here. While the Mix 2 is not an ergonomic marvel by any stretch of the imagination, it still manages to fare better than its predecessor and manages to do so while looking as good as ever. The smaller and narrower display means the Mix 2 is a little over 6mm narrower, so single-handed usage gets a lot easier. The Mix 2 is also slimmer now at 7.7mm and weighs in at just 185 grams, and by just I mean it's got a larger display than the iPhone 8 Plus and still weighs almost 20 grams lesser. Good job, Xiaomi. Now, it's not just the exterior that's received an upgrade. Xiaomi seems to have gone all out with the internals too. The Mix 2 is powered by the flagship Snapdragon 835. There's also 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs on board storage. That's for the variant sold in India. In China, there are 664 and 6256 options available, and there's even an all-ceramic variant, one that uses ceramic to the sides unlike aluminium you see here, with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of onboard storage. Powering all that hardware is a 3400 mAh battery. Yes, the capacity is lower than what we've had with the original Mi Mix, but if my time with the Mi 6 is any indication, the combination of Snapdragon 835 along with the latest MIUI 9 should translate to some pretty good all-day battery life even with heavy usage. And on that note, MIUI 9. The Mix 2 runs on Android 7.1.1 Nougat with not MIUI 9 but MIUI 8.5 on top. And I don't really want to talk about MIUI 8.5 since MIUI 9 is just around the corner, and in fact the developer ROM is already available, and MIUI 9 just brings with it a lot of new changes. If you want to know more, here's a card to a dedicated video on MIUI 9 and all the new features it brings with it. Do check that out. Now before we're done, let's talk camera. Xiaomi again claims to be using a flagship camera here, and this time they are correct. The Sony IMX386 sensor with 1.25 micron size pixels and 4-axis stabilization. Basically, it's the same hardware that we've seen on the primary camera of the Xiaomi Mi 6. One weird change here is that the aperture is f2.0 compared to 1.8 on the Mi 6. Anyway, these samples that you're seeing are ones we quickly shot around the studio. How do you think they turned out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. So now we get to the price. The Mix 2 is priced at 36,000 rupees in India. And here's a fun fact. Xiaomi announced it as 35,999. The official press release said 35,999. But the site shows 37,999 with a 2K discount. It's not a big thing, but I just found it funny and I thought I'd let you guys know. Anyway, for this price, I feel Xiaomi's put together a compelling package, on paper at least. The Mix 2 will be competing directly with the likes of the OnePlus 5, the Honor 8 Pro and the Nokia 8. Would you like to see a speed test or maybe a full comparison between the Mix 2 and one of these phones? Let us know if you do want to see it, and if yes, which phone would you want to see it compared with in the comments below. So anyway, that's all for this quick first look of the Mi Mix 2. If you hated this video, vote it down, but if you did like it, give it a thumbs up, and for more coverage of the Mi Mix 2, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet. If you've already subscribed, hit that bell icon to make sure you get notified each time a new video goes live here on C4eTech. If anyone you know, friends or family, are interested in a Mi Mix 2 or buying a phone in that price segment, please do share this video with them. And if you want to buy one, there are direct links in the description below. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this here is Ash. You've been watching C4eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.